What's up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to That's the Shoot. This is my weekly show where I talk about one or two or three things going on in the world of professional wrestling. Today we got it two. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. We're gonna talk about Wrestlemania, new dates, and about Roman Reigns and his future, so to speak. So first, let's start with Wrestlemania. As you can see, we've got dates for the next three WrestleManias. It happened last weekend. I saw it during the Bills and Ravens pregame on NBC, a little cross promotion for Monday Night Raw with NBC and NBC Universal. And it gave us the dates for WrestleMania. Saturday, April 10th and Sunday, April 11th of this year, 2021, at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Next year, Sunday, April 3rd, 2022, at Arlington, Texas, at AT&T Stadium, where WrestleMania 32 was, and Sunday, April 2nd, 2023, WrestleMania goes Hollywood and from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. And I'm glad they did this. I'm glad that we're looking at this. I think they've done this in a way where this year they can have fans there because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play at Raymond James Stadium. The Super Bowl is going to be at Raymond James Stadium, so they will be able to play. And they're going to be fans for there have been fans for the Buccaneers, and there are going to be fans for the Super Bowl. So they will be able to have fans there. It won't be a totally packed crowd, but they'll have fans there. That's one of the reasons why I believe they're probably doing 2 nights so that they can have many fans there as possible. Because as you can see, there's not 2 nights any other ways, and I think that's correct. There's a 2-night WrestleMania was something for this COVID era. And but once we get out of the COVID era, which I hopefully would think will be later on this year, if not the beginning of 2022, when we'll be able to have more and more fans, almost full capacity in some places. Texas will probably be one of them because of the way they've chosen to do things, just like Florida. So you'll be able to get your 100,000 in Texas in full capacity, and you should be able to get 100,000 in SoFi Stadium as well. That's a big, large stadium. I think they said they can hold over 100,000 people. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. So but this year's WrestleMania is a 2-night event. I actually kind of think, I read something today that they're talking about doing a thing where you have 4 big matches. They're looking for 4 marquee big matches, 2 to happen on Saturday and 2 to happen on Sunday. And they're also looking for Goldberg and John Cena to be a part of these matches. So who knows what they have in store for these WrestleMania matches and the WrestleMania days, but it can never be stated that it's gonna be. It might be good to see WrestleMania in a stadium with fans, actual live fans, cheering and actually making real noise and not crowd noise piped in and everything like that. And it would be good to see. So it is going to be a fantastic time, I think, for the wrestling world, and I cannot wait for WrestleMania. I can't wait for the Royal Rumble. We're a very short time away. This is one of the best times of the year, as I did a video on that one time before. WrestleMania season, the Royal Rumble. This is one of the best times of the year. Also, one of the worst, as the Super Bowl is going to be the climax of the football season, but it can be best and worst at the same time. So, when I originally thought that I was going to do this Roman Reigns and when should he lose the title, I had one storyline, in general played out, and I don't know and it well, now with the WrestleMania stuff, as we can see happening, I don't know if that way will actually work, or it could work. I just may have to change some things, change some dates here. So I have here: when should Roman Reigns lose the championship? Right? When should Roman Reigns lose the Universal title? And for me, I would say that it's a long ways away. It really is. And this is obviously, of course, if they continue to be the best thing going. Right now, Roman Reigns is the best thing going in wrestling right now. With him and the Bloodline storyline and everything like that. And shout out to the folks over at Wrestle Talk, Lori Blake in particular. He did a story on the like the Samoan heritage and Samoan and when you look at that video and you hear and he talked to a bunch of Samoan people, one in particular actually, and he talks about like what he feels about the Samoan, and how the Samoan legacy affects each family and things like that. It makes this head of the table storyline even more perfect than it already has been. So I advise you go over to Wrestle Talk. I think it's actually on their Parts Fun Known channel. Um, but just go there, look, search Lori Blake explained series, or search Samoan Dynasty explained, and it should be one of the few that pop up and then you can find it and watch it. It's very good. So my original one had Roman Reigns intertwined with a thing with Drew McIntyre, right? I think Drew McIntyre right now is he's there on top too, and you can make Drew McIntyre a big name as well. Right now Drew McIntyre has never beaten Roman Reigns. He has not. Drew McIntyre has not beaten Roman Reigns, and um, that's saying something. That's saying something. It's like Drew McIntyre, who's the number one babyface in the company, is not beating the number one heel. And you can take this myriad away. And one of the ways I had would be that we would end up, you know, going down, going past this WrestleMania, going down to once again this later on this year Survivor Series, and we would be doing another Raw versus SmackDown thing, and it would still be the Universal Champion Roman Reigns versus, you know, um, Drew McIntyre, and we would once again have that. We would once again have that battle of where, Drew McIntyre comes close and he runs it, but you know with help from this time should be both Usos. Maybe it be even some. Maybe even be someone else. Maybe they bring Nia and Tamina into this as well. But we would have all of this, and he would once again defeat Drew McIntyre in a champion versus champion match. But Drew would become closer, and then we would head on to the next WrestleMania, right? And this one, and again, this is where things change, because this is where I had The Rock being here, right? I had, Roman Reigns versus The Rock, because we had heard rumors that, WrestleMania was going to be back in Tampa for this year, and they were going to move to Hollywood WrestleMania. Did not know we were going to be 2 years out. So I kind of had, Roman versus The Rock at the 2022 WrestleMania. That's not happening. It's going to Dallas. So I think my plans have now changed, right? In the way that I want this storyline to go. So now I think we head to WrestleMania, and I think now we are on one of those things where Roman now has to take out another challenger. Is to take out another challenger. Well, actually, here's the thing. And I'm doing this on the fly. We will move up. We will move up my my storyline. So my original storyline was in WrestleMania. He beat The Rock, yada yada yada, and then we'd have a SummerSlam. We'd have a match once again to unify the championships between Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. So let's move that up. Now here we are, Sunday, April 3rd, 2020, AT&T Stadium, WrestleMania. We now have Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns versus the winner of the men's Royal Rumble in a triple threat match for the unification of the WWE and Universal Champions. Right? We now have this here. The triple threat match. Put anybody in there, anything you want. Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, Keith Lee. Anybody. It does not matter. Because it's again, the story here is again about Roman and Drew. And the other guy's going to play a big part. Hell, he won the Royal Rumble. He's going to play a big part. He's the one that's actually probably going to take the fall. Right? Right? Because now what we have here is that what we're probably going to see, what I would have happen is I would have Drew hit a Claymore on Roman Reigns. He finally did it. He finally got the Claymore, the cover, and the count, and Roman kicks out. And you can't believe it. Drew's kick. Oh no! In last two times I faced him, I hit the Claymore, and I wasn't able to get a cover. And now I finally got the cover, and he kicks out. What should I do? So then here he goes again. He goes for the Claymore. He hits him with the second Claymore. But the third guy in is now there. He breaks that pin up, and he fights with Drew. And now we've got everything going on as they're fighting. And Roman rolls to the outside as they normally do to get his breath. And then they're going back and forth. And they're doing some moves. And they're doing suplexes and things like that. And then just when you can't believe it, bam! Double spear from Roman. Spears Drew. Spears the other guy. Drew falls out of the ring. Roman locks on the guillotine onto the other guy. Other guy taps out. Roman Reigns, your new, undisputed, unified WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion, whatever you want to call it, right? That's how you end that would be WrestleMania 38 in Dallas. He is now the unified champion. So here we are now. He won the Universal title come whatever it is, right? He won the Universal title in 2019. He's held it all 2020. Excuse me, 2020. He's held it all through 2021, and now he's become unified champion in 2022. Unbelievable reign, right? Unbelievable reign. And here we are. Next night, Monday Night Raw after Mania, right? We get the Samoan Dynasty celebration. Alpha, Sika, God willing, be they alive. Rikishi, the Usos, all the Samoans, right? The family and friends, they are in the ring to celebrate the head of the table, Roman Reigns. But the one person that's not there is The Rock. He can't be there because he's doing one of his movies. But he sends a video package, congratulating him. You're doing well, brother. He's giving him some courage. But the fact that The Rock hasn't come to see him in person has pissed him off. And he feels disrespected. As the head of the table, he feels disrespected by The Rock. and that's going to play into the next year's build. As we go to, right? As we now go to, let's go to SummerSlam 2022. The titles have unified. There is no more brand split. Let's say Drew McIntyre wins the Money in the Bank contest. You can Money in the Bank match of 2020, and he wants it to be at SummerSlam. He's doing the babyface thing of telling them beforehand, we're having a match at SummerSlam. And he says it's going to be you and me, no interference, no count out, no disqualification, no way. It's just you and me, no interference. Somebody interferes, they're anything like that. It's just be mono and mono. Prove to you that I can beat you. Finally, fair and square. No triple threat matches. None of your family coming in to help you. You versus me. The head of the table versus the Scottish psychopath. At SummerSlam, and they have the match. And it's a hell of a match. These two, it's going, and it's like I said, no disqualification, no count out. It's everything. They're doing everything. They're doing the things with tables, and they're doing some other things, and they're fighting in all across the the building of whatever building that would be in the SummerSlam, and it's a 25-minute knockout drag out brawl. And it ends with Drew McIntyre hitting the Claymore. 1, 2, and a kick out. Drew can't believe it. He can't believe it. He goes for a second one. Kicks out. 1, 2. Roman kicks out. Can't believe it again. Third time's the charm. But when he goes for that third time, Roman hits the Superman punch. Roman hits another Superman punch. Roman with a spear. Roman with another spear. Roman locking on the guillotine. Locking on the guillotine. Can't do it. He just but Drew's not tapping, and he's not passing out. This what could it be? What could happen here? And then all of a sudden, you hear that, if you smell what the Rock is cooking. And it's Roman, and he's looking around. He's looking around for the Rock. And he doesn't see him. And Drew McIntyre, bam, Claymore, 1, 2, 3. Actually, let's take that back, because that kind of makes Drew. And what I want to come out from this is I want Drew to look like through WWE, and that's what I wanted to do. So no, we're gonna take that back. Yeah, he got the guillotine in. And Drew's passing. They do the spot. 1, 2, 3. He gets out of the scene, gives him the last slow kiss, right? They're both lying down, they're both knocked out. What else could it be? What else could it be, right? And then finally, just out of pure instinct, as Roman gets up first, and he goes to pick up Drew, and Drew gives him another glass little kiss. Roman staggered, which, by the way, he's Samoan. A headbutt shouldn't hurt him, but never mind. The headbutt hurts him now, so we can't put the bug back in the bottle or whatever it is, whatever that saying is. So he goes back and he falls off the thing. Damn. 4th Claymore. 1, 2, 3. There you have it. your new WWE Universal Heavyweight Unified Champion, whatever, Drew McIntyre. And Drew, and it's the celebration that he should have got from WrestleMania 36. He gets SummerSlam confetti, fireworks, popping everything for Drew. Maybe even the roster, because it's been a reign of terror, and it's not been like the Triple H reign of terror, but it's been a reign of terror, over these 2 years that that what's his face Roman Reigns has held the championship. So it's finally now in the hands of a leader, of a true leader, a real, whatever you want to call it, Drew McIntyre. So what does Roman do now? Well, he's looking back to get back in the championship ring, but obviously now with no automatic rematch clauses and things like that. And maybe what we even do is maybe Roman will take some time off. Maybe Roman takes some time off. He can't get over this loss. And then maybe by that time, Survivor Series, again we're talking about no brand split. Maybe Roman Reigns makes a shocking return during the heavyweight title match between Drew and somebody. He goes up to Drew, McIntyre, and he's starting to play, and he's sitting down, and he's just like, this isn't what I want. This isn't, you know, you know, and I have been feeling this ever since WrestleMania, because always WrestleMania, and there's this, I haven't felt right since WrestleMania, and even though I became, undisputed Universal Champion, thing like that, I need The Rock to give me that head of the table. I need The Rock. So while he's challenging Drew for the title, and that's going to go to WrestleMania, to Royal Rumble, he's going ahead and he's trying to get The Rock. He's trying to get Heyman, and the Usos, trying everyone to contact The Rock to sell him The Rock that he's the head of the table, right? And he's doing all of this, and then he goes into Royal Rumble with his head not in the game. It's a last man standing match. His head just isn't into this match at all. But he's giving it all. He's going to, he's fighting. He's giving everything up, and Drew McIntyre just outlasts him. And Drew McIntyre is the last man standing. Roman Reigns beats Roman Reigns, and he's the WWE champion as he heads to WrestleMania. Now going to Hollywood. We're now in 2023. And again, the Raw after the Royal Rumble, Roman comes out and he blames his loss on The Rock. And he blames his loss at the Rumble on The Rock. He blames his loss at SummerSlam on The Rock. He blamed all of the near losses that he had from WrestleMania 36 to SummerSlam on The Rock, not giving him his due as head of the table. He needs that. And then he goes all the way through, right? He goes all the way through, and he's doing things, and The Rock sends another video. Man, I sent you a video. You're the head of the table. It's all good, it's one of those via live satellite things, right? Where Roman's in the ring and Rock's on the thing. Hey, it's good. Roman, brother, everything like that. You're the head of the table. Let's chill out, brother. Let's do this. I got your back. And Roman says, I'm glad you said it finally, but I need you to say it to my face. I need you to come down and kneel. It's almost like Superman, kneel before Zod, and I need you to kneel before your tribal chief. And Rock says, no, that ain't happening. And I said it, Juice, you're doing very well. I gotta continue. I gotta get back to making these movies. Universe, I love you, yada yada yada. I'm out. And then he goes. And Roman says, now I have to make him say it. And what does he do? He attacks The Rock on one of his shows. And obviously he's going to be set up. He's going to attack The Rock. He's going to, actually just, he's going to appear on there. He's going to act like, here's what we can do, right? He's going to appear on one of the sets, act like everything is okay, and The Rock is going to be doing a stunt. And Roman will make sure the stunt goes awry, or The Rock gets hurt, right? Or something like that. And then he is going to let The Rock know, if you're not going to keep me, you're not going to say it, I'm going to make you say it. So he basically tried to end The Rock's, career in Hollywood. And then The Rock a movie career from you. I'm going to take your wrestling career from you. If I win, it's the last time you ever get in this ring as a wrestler. The Rock says, just bring it. Go to WrestleMania. We have the match. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a classic 50. It's gonna be 6 years away from not even being in the ring. Roman is not one of those guys, at least right now. He's one of those guys who can bring people up to a level. He's a darn good wrestler, but he's not one of those that can bring somebody up to his wrestler, especially an older guy like will be 50, something like that. So who knows? Match. Roman obviously wins. Rock, and Roman then has a moment where he's looking at The Rock. He realizes what he's done. He puts out his hand. He shakes The Rock's hand. He hugs him, thanks him, and then like that, we send off The Rock, one of the greatest of all time. And then the next night on Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns, the Samoan Dynasty, the Usos, we have a babyface turn, and now Roman is now the babyface that Vince McMahon wants. The babyface, is the babyface that us fans want. This badass head of the table guy, and we've had The Rock's last match, and we still have Drew McIntyre as a big star. I don't know who he would be putting over at WrestleMania, if anybody at that time. Who knows? Maybe if some of us can get past, Velveteen Dreams stuff or Austin Theory stuff, or if someone else steps up during that time as well. Damian Priest, maybe. Who knows? A lot of people, but it's. And there you have it. I think there you have it. And this started off to be how Roman Reigns loses the title, but it's turned into the entire head of the table storyline and how it ends. So, and I did that. And I did that almost by off the top of the dome, because like I said, when I already had one scheduled thing that when I was gonna do this, I already had it in my mind about how I wanted it to go down. But with the announcement of the 3 WrestleManias, I had to change it, and I did it off the dome. So hope you enjoyed it. Alright, y'all, post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of the new 3 days of WrestleMania. And of course, let me know what you think of my little fantasy booking there of the whole Roman Reigns head of the table storyline, how he loses the title to Drew McIntyre, how Drew becomes an even bigger star, yada yada yada. Let me know down in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you go to patreon.com/AJTRIP to become a patron. Once I hit a certain amount of patrons, you will be able to have input on what you see here on my YouTube channel, what you hear on my podcast, and what video games I play on my Twitch channel. Thank you guys again so much for watching. This is your boy, AJTRIP, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.